Hello, everyone, and welcome to day 4 of being a Sketchnote boss. I am so loving what I'm seeing in the Facebook group and what you're posting. You guys are bosses already. I am just so excited that everybody is loving what they're doing and just feeling really good about what they're doing, and it's stretching your skills and it's showing. So let's see. There we go. Maybe there we go. Day 4. We're at day 4 already. It's going to be day 21 before you know it. So um, I am so excited. I love what you're doing. And I love the names that the images that you came up with to associate with your name. And yep, oh, bad me. Not supposed to wear my glasses. Sorry about that. So anyway, I just love what you're doing. But I was talking with Elena Joy from the happyunconventionallife.com. She did at the Be the Light Bible Journaling Conference, she did this study on taking the root word down to the Greek and the Hebrew. I thought that session was really enlightening. And I can see some sketchnote applications here, so we might be uh, diving deep a little, diving a little deeper with some words in the future and doing some sketchnoting. But anyway, we were kind of chatting that, all these newfound skills are awesome, but really they are just arrows in our quiver, tools in our toolbox to help us be visual or be deeper in our faith. We want to be visual in our faith, but we want to go deeper. We're not here to make cute pictures. We are here to walk closer with the Lord. And so I just want to share Amy. She put her post on the Facebook group today, and it just so touched my heart because this is so what it's all about. So Amy just kind of explained, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but Amy kind of explains that, she had kind of a tough childhood and wasn't a lot of love in her family, which kind of broke my heart. But fast forward a few years ago, you'll find a very broken woman, but God. I love that, but God, because he can do anything. He led me through a year of what I would call you are loved. And then he showed me he loved me and my value to him. The next year, he walked me through a huge fear battle where I began to deal with my brokenness. Now I stand here and leer at my name and told the story the whole time. Beloved, I am his beloved child whom he loves. Praise his holy and wonderful name. Isn't that just awesome to be able to take the skills that we learn and the visual part of it and just really connect and just realize how much the Lord loves us. So I just so excited. I mean, so thank you for sharing that, Amy. That just totally touched my heart today. So thanks for that. So the next couple of days, next several days actually, we are going to be practicing our skills. So when we have the need to use some of these visual organization tools, we have them at the ready and we don't have to go, oh, I need to do a bullet point. What should I do? We've already practiced several and we can figure out which ones we need because sometimes you may need more than one. The speaker might give you 3 or 4 lists. And so it might be good to have 3 or 4 at the ready so your eye can easily distinguish that this information is different than this information. So here's just some very basic bullet points that I came up with, something that you want to be able to that is going to catch the eye and that you can draw quickly. You might not do the leaves things unless your speaker is taking forever to make the points. All right, and then for our patterns, I wanted you to do half circles. So I will show you mine here in a few minutes. And then the rest of the page, I want you to do a bold alphabet. You can either take a pen and go back over it a couple of times to make a bolder line, or you get a bolder pen. But if you do that, make sure it doesn't bleed through your paper, or you're not going to be really happy tomorrow when you have to do the next exercises on the next page if you printed double-sided. And again, you can just use these bolder letters for your main title. They're going to just really clutter things up if you try and use them for subtitles or just write with them. And then I want you to use find a really short verse. I think I use 1 Thessalonians 5:18 and all things give thanks. Just something very simple, and we're going to learn to center our verse today. So want to show you how to do that. We kind of did a little bit with our name, but when we have more words, it takes a little bit. So this is how we do that. Well, I guess before I get to that, I'm going to talk about my doodles here. So here's my pattern. So I just used a simple half, and these are kind of the same basic thing, but then I just kind of filled them with different things. This one I gave a border and did straight lines, and this one I just did dots and lines. I used the half circles to make lace, right? And then a half circle also is a flower petal. So I'm going to do some flowers. And then here's some more bullet points that I did. So I did some hearts and some check marks and arrows, triangles, circles, flower pots. If you remember the Benjamin Franklin's breakfast bowl that I did in the Be the Light presentation, you'll remember that I used bullet points, or I use kites as bullet points. So anyway, so whatever works, but the key is you need to have it at the ready and be able to draw quickly, because you got to keep up with the speaker, right? So now I want to show you how to center your text. So the first thing we're going to do is in pencil, we're going to draw a line down the middle of our paper, okay? And make sure you do it in pencil and lightly, because we're going to erase it. And then on a scrap piece of paper, we're going to write out our phrase. So my phrase is going to be give thanks, just to kind of as an example. So first thing you're going to do is count the number of letters and spaces and any punctuation. So give thanks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, spaces 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's 12 spaces divided by 2 is 6. So let's count to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have give tea is 6 spaces, and then Hanks, exclamation mark, is 6 spaces. So you're going to, when you center, you're going to write Hanks. We're going to write it from the middle line. We're not on the middle line, but just next to the middle line. We're going to write Hanks. And then we're going to start with the T, and we're going to start T, space, E, V, I, G. We're going to write it this way, and then that's how we center our text. All right? So this is how it would work. So we're going to write Hanks, and then we're going to go back and write the T on the other side of the line, give it a space, and then E, V, I, G. Make sense? If not, reach out. But anyway, so very basic how to center, because nothing's more frustrating than you start over here and you run out of room, or it's not centered. I mean, it's not, you don't need to center everything, but basically when you're doing some titles and things that you're going to give hierarchy to your paper, things you want your eye to see, it's going to be happier if it's centered. So here's my page. So I did a boulder. I had a brush pen that didn't bleed through, so I used a boulder pen. And again, I'm just going to use this for the main title. I am not going to use these for subheadings, but your eye is really going to be drawn to this heavy text, especially if the rest of your text is not as heavy and there's not a lot of competition and your eyes are like trying to figure out what's going on. So it's just really going to direct your eye to, oh, this is the title. This is how this page is organized. All right, and so here's my verse. So keep it simple, keep it short, find a very short verse. So in all things, give thanks. And so I used that technique. I counted all my spaces, and then so I put 6 things on this side. I guess 5 things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's late, and then obviously my T. I had an odd number, so my T was on the middle line, and then I put the verse reference. So can't wait to see what verses you choose, and see how we continue with this. And I'll have some more challenges for you. In addition to practicing our skills, I'm going to continue to stretch those visual vocabulary muscles of yours that probably haven't been used a lot. So, but you guys are doing great. So thanks so much for being here. I am loving this challenge. And I will see you in the Facebook group and in the blog and on YouTube. And please reach out if you have any questions.